What's going on with you, man?
What's going on, little
I'm
one?
doing good, man. We want to know
Yes, sir.
who you are
hmm
and what was your process
hmm
from Jay in the world to Jay coming into the remedy. What was that transformation? What took place?
Introduce myself. My name is Rell Lyons. Everybody here knows me as J Rell. And coming from the world and the things that I used to hold close to coming into this relief doctrine, man, just like Chris said, man, it was a bunch of falls. It was a bunch of trying to get it right and making phone calls to loved ones, trying to see, am I doing this right? Am I, what you think about this?
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. And because in the beginning, let's say maybe my first year, I feel like I know I was still doing things that was in the world, but it was a little bit different. I could see the information started to take a hold of me because, when you talk about relationships, right? Before the information, I was more unbridled. It was more loose,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the information started to put those expectations and accountability on me to where it's like, okay, nah, I can't do this on the first night. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm still working it out, so maybe it was on the second night.
Right.
But it was real stuff though, man. But trying to walk in and it's and coming from the world, it's a little difficult, in the beginning. But once you start to realize who you are, that the Most High says you are, and not who the enemy says you are, things become a little bit more easier to do because the enemy tries to paint a picture of you to get you to try to believe that you're somebody that you're not. And the information continuously presses on our conscience to let us know who we actually are within the Most High,
Right.
within the sonship and daughtership that we walk in every day in here. So that's what it's been like for me, man. It's just been continuously fighting war,
Right.
every day.
So what was what was the thing that attracted you to it? I know you talked about your relationships though, but what was the sound?
You know what? I used to watch. A lot of people know Simple P.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch his channel a lot, and after he died, Dre and Freeze had did a video announcing it. And Dre was doing class, but I'm not sure if he was doing it around that time. I think he had just started the record. He just started it, and at the time, I had a miser spirit. Like I didn't want to pay for information. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it like, man, $50. You know what I'm saying? Going out for free. But man, I love Sinful, but once you start hearing the relief doctrine, like this what happened, right? Dre did a class that wasn't supposed to be public. And it was called Give Not Thy Woman Your Strength. And once I heard that class, once I heard that class, I knew I had to be in class. So I went ahead and signed up and never looked back from that. Never, but when I got in the information in the classes, I didn't know what to expect, right? But that was what hooked me right there, though. That class, that manhood stuff, it's gonna hook us. Right? It's like, man, I want some more of this. So, I'm in the classes and I was like, okay, we talking about the Most High, we talking about culture. I got all these questions because I come from an indoctrination of Christianity, Jehovah's Witnesses and all that. So I got questions, so a lot of my questions was getting answered and things was getting worked out in me. And I'm thinking like, oh, okay, we Israelites, right? I knew it, right? But I'm thinking that's all we were. I didn't get to the remnant of it though, like the
Mm.
small portion of the Israelites. I didn't get into that till a little bit later. And just knowing about the moves of the Most High through Dre's life, and then learning about all the prophecies. We're gonna buy banks. We're gonna have shopping centers. We're gonna be on an island. Learning all those type of things, and somebody in indoctrination might hear that and be like, "Man, I don't believe that. Come on." But some people came and heard it because people have came and heard this stuff. They have, but it's only a certain few that's gonna really believe. And I'm one of those that believed in it. I want to be a part of this.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so ever since then, I just been, taking it one day at a time, and just learning how to move with submission and obedience and show up justly to my brothers and sisters. And that's what it's done for me.
Okay. Yeah, it was a couple corners turned on that thing because it started off with the woman with the relationships,
Okay.
and then to the prophecies.
Yeah.
So it's like, which is good though. So for anybody who's out there, like hearing it from you, like what would be from your development here, what would you say to them? Or like,
and I've said this in a testimony recently, but if you think about everything that you're chasing out there in the world, all the information, all of the materialism that you're chasing, all of it has an expiration date, which means that it changes. It changes and then it goes to something else every year, every year, every year. So you're chasing something different every year. It switches up. The information that you get, it switches up every year. Y'all got new buzzwords and all of this, crazy pseudo-science intellectual stuff every year. Every year, something new with y'all. Y'all keep looking for yourself, but your real self is over here. Like, because the Most High says that we will remember ourselves in the land of our captivity, and that's over here. So I would say if you want to get with something that doesn't change, which is the truth, because the truth never changes. So if you want to get with the truth, then this is home for you then. But if you want to stay in indoctrination where everything changes and makes you feel a certain kind of way because you can't keep up and you feeling like your life is not up to par with what the indoctrination told you that it should be at a certain time, at a certain age, then hey, you can stay over there and be miserable because the Most High let you die in your misery. Hey.
Well, y'all heard it from Rell himself, man. Pleasure talking to you, brother. That was a good one. Yes, sir.